Well, Rocco, you guys come up in the ninth there in a close game, the heart of the order, which now no longer features Nelson Cruz. How tough is it just to go through today and then suffer a tough loss?
Yeah, I mean, it was an emotional day in our clubhouse for a lot of people, and I'm sure we'll talk more about Nelly as a person and as a player too. But that's certainly the case as to what kind of day it was before the game. And then we went out there and played a tight ball game. It was there were a lot of things that could have changed the outcome of the game. I think for both teams, there were a lot of things that I think we could point to that we could have done a little differently or a little better and given ourselves a little bit of a better chance to win the game, and ultimately just fell short in a few ways and lost a tough one. It was a tough ball game to lose because we had some opportunities. Some things were more visible than other things, but I think it was it's a tough loss.
Coming into the game, the big story was Kenta Maeda and Shohei Ohtani, and Ohtani goes 0 for 3 there against Maeda with the 2 strikeouts. What did you like about Maeda's performance, not just against Ohtani, but just overall, with the exception of the 1 home run?
Yeah, that was a really, really nice outing for Kenta. He did all the things he's been doing. We talked about how well he's been pitching recently. He's looked pretty spectacular. And, we went out there, and I know everyone's talking about the matchup with Ohtani, but he mixed his pitches well. I think he really locked in. He's locked in all the time, but I think he really locked in for that matchup, and had to, find different ways to get him out. You had to use his fastball at times. We knew the split would be a big part of that, that approach as well. But he went out there and executed very well. I think kept Ohtani a little bit off balance at times. And I think that was his goal. I think that's what he was trying to do. And he did a good job out there.
Hey, Rocco, you touched on it with being emotional. When a guy has the kind of impact like Nelson does, and you learn, 90 minutes before first pitch, how did the clubhouse and how the dugout? What was the feeling like tonight in there?
Well, the feeling, our guys were certainly able to prepare for the game and were ready to play, but it's impossible to not also, acknowledge and know, that we just lost a member of our team who has been about as important to this organization and to our group as any player has ever been to an organization that I've been around, that I've seen. So that was, difficult, and we all grow, and we all, the game always goes on and everything like that. But we have an incredible number of memories with Nelson. I think there were a lot of very heartfelt words from him, from other people to him. I think everyone wanted to take the opportunity to let him know how much he has meant to them individually. And like I said, to this organization as well. You can't have more of an impact on a team than Nelson Cruz has had here.
How long was that? How long were you guys meeting with him?
Well, initially we had to talk to Nelson and let him know what was going on. We wanted him to know what was going on while the medical process was happening and both teams were going over medicals, because we didn't want him to find out publicly in some way, because we know sometimes these things do come out before they are truly official. So we wanted to be very open with him about what was going on, and he was in my office with Derek for probably at least 20 minutes, if not, maybe a little more than that. And as soon as we ended up getting the medical clearance, we brought our team together because Nelson wanted to talk to the team and just tell everyone how much the experience and how much all of them mean to him.
Hey, Rocco, I know this is kind of new territory for you, but, over the next 65, 70 games, whatever is kind of remaining, how do you kind of keep motivation high and focus there when guys start seeing kind of important members of the team being traded away?
I don't think we're going to lose motivation in any way. And we talked to our position player group, because we have a meeting before every series. Before every series where we haven't played a team in a while. So we met today as a group, and one of the messages today was that we are going to go out there and focus and continue to work, maybe harder than we've ever worked. We're going to focus on the fundamentals of the game and playing the game the right way, the mental side of the game too, especially more than anything. And also to take all the things that you learned from Nelson and also from the guys that are here right now, and the Simbas and the JDs and the experienced players that we have here that do things the right way. It's our job to build out going forward, do things the right way, and continue to work and grow. We talk about that a lot. This is the time. This is what we're going to use this time for, and hopefully ultimately play our best baseball of the season over the last 2 months.
Do you know if Miguel was wearing Nelson's pants for the whole game?
I heard that after the game, actually. I did not know it during the game. They both wear pretty good sized pants. So, to the eye, I could not tell any difference. But I bet it meant a lot to Miguel to be doing that, and probably Nelly too.
And when he took off for third, was that you or was that him?
That was Miggy. That was Miggy making a baseball play out there. He got excited, I think he probably caught the other side by surprise a little bit too. And that does happen. Sometimes you put the pressure on the other side a little bit and you make something happen. And that's what he did. And if we're going to be base stealing though, with guys that, if guys are wanting to go and are intent on going at times, then we'll also work on it. We'll actually talk about it, not just, head out there and do it. But that was on his own, and ended up getting the base right there.
Hey, Rocco, earlier Nelson said that he definitely wants to play a couple more years. What do you think about his future as far as that, when you see what he is producing now, and would you potentially want him back here if you could?
Yeah, Nelly's future is whatever he desires it to be. And with the way he's playing, with the way he takes care of himself and prepares, he can keep playing for as long as he wants. He's looked phenomenal all year long. He, even at his age, we pencil him in the lineup every day over here. We did. And he shows up ready to play. He can handle it physically. He handles it mentally, of course. He can play as long as he wants. And I would love to manage Nelson Cruz again anytime. That would be a pleasure. It's been a pleasure for the last 2.5 years. And I think I'd be lucky, and anyone and everyone here would be lucky to have him again going forward.
And also, did Cash need to hear anything from you as far as recommendations, or does Nelly's kind of reputation speak for itself there?
Kevin got a chance to spend a little time with Nelly at the All-Star game. Kevin also called me today, which means he needs something. And so I knew. I said, what do you need? And he said, well, he asked a couple of questions about Nelly. He knows what he's getting. The Rays know what they're getting. It's not very difficult to be very honest when talking about Nelson Cruz and tell people that they're getting a special guy and special player.